Ahead on DC News Now at 4, the search for a missing Manassas mother growing more desperate by the day.
If anything happened to her, I want her to get justice.
And today, new details about the investigation into her disappearance.
Metal detectors could be coming to some Montgomery County schools this year. We'll tell you about the plan to boost security as students walk through the doors.
Our quiet weather has continued today, but we'll let you know when some rainfall will start to return to the area.
I just continue asking questions over what happened that day.
It's been a year since flash flooding caused 10 dogs to drown at District Dogs. Those pet owners say they're still looking for closure.
And signed, sealed, but not delivered. A mysterious message in a bottle makes its way to the Sunshine State from Virginia. Now the woman who found it is on a mission to learn more about the decades-old treasure.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Marielle Carbone. Annalisa Gale has the day off. We are continuing our coverage in Manassas Park this afternoon, where the community is coming together to search for a missing 28-year-old mother. Mamtu Kafle Bhatt was reported missing by her husband last week, but hasn't been seen or heard from since July 31st. And this just in, we are hearing from the husband of that missing woman as he addresses the public for the first time. He talked during an impromptu press conference that's still going on. Other people are now stepping up to the podium. But let's head over to Randy Bass now with the latest. Randy.
Yes, tensions started to rise as that press conference was coming to an end here at the Manassas Park Police Department. Shortly before it all started to wrap up here, we heard from Mamtu Kafle Bhatt, her husband, urging the community to keep doing what they're doing, keep spreading the word, keep sharing her story. Going to show you that growing crowd now. Several people are here holding signs, again, just trying to get the word out about Mamtu Kafle Bhatt and her case. Along the Bloom Park Trail this morning, we caught up with several people who were out there desperate in their search for clues and answers. Now at the 2-week mark since anybody has seen or heard from her. We heard from friends here this afternoon just a few moments ago who say she has left home for several days at a time before, but she's never not told anybody where she was going, and she's never not kept in touch with friends and family. Strangers are here today too. All of them just want one thing. They want answers from the Manassas Park Police Department. The police department not giving us many details when we called for an update this afternoon. The police department also not coming out here to confirm any details shared during this press conference today. Again, we heard from her husband not too long ago, just moments ago, again, encouraging people to keep putting his wife's name out there and bring the mother of his child home. Police say that they had brought him in for an interview, had followed up with him. Other friends here we talked to say that they've shared all the information that they can with the police department. Now they're asking the community to do the same. Anybody with any information at all on this missing case, search to get in touch with the Manassas Park Police Department. In Manassas Park, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, Randy, thank you. A 14-year-old girl is recovering from a shooting in Southeast D.C. It happened just before 10 this morning. She was found in the area of Bangor Street and Morris Road. Although police say that there's no evidence the shooting occurred there, we're told that she's expected to be okay. The search for the suspect is still ongoing. Happening now in a D.C. courtroom, the defense is presenting its side of the trial of Jason Lewis. Yeah, the former D.C. Parks employee is charged with second-degree murder in last year's shooting death of 13-year-old Karan Blake. The prosecution rested its case earlier this morning. Jurors saw and heard security camera footage from what happened outside Lewis's home on Quincy Street Northeast during the early morning of January 7th, 2023. The video, based on testimony, shows that Lewis walked outside and fired several shots. Blake can be heard shouting, "I'm sorry," several times. "I'm just a kid. I'm only 12. Yeah, Lewis then turns around, walks back inside his home and calls 911. Officials say he returned and administered CPR to Blake with help from the operator. Prosecutors say Lewis shot Blake while he and two friends tried to break into cars in that neighborhood. Our Dave LaValle is in the courtroom and will join us as soon as court adjourns for the day today. All
Art, you're taking a live look outside right now at the National Cathedral. It's looking a little hazy from some wildfire smoke coming from Canada.
Well, let's head over to meteorologist Damon Madsen with a check on the forecast. And Damon, despite the appearance that there's no real impact to the air quality?
That's exactly right. Yeah, you're noticing the haze, no doubt about it. It is prevalent in the sky. It almost looks like just a milky view rather than a totally clear sky out there. But yes, we're not seeing any direct impact other than the fact that it's noticeable in the sky. And here is the cause. Again, wildfires. They're burning up across central Canada, and we have high pressure situated near us over the Great Lakes. And that means we're getting a northerly wind flow coming out of Canada, and that is what's funneling that smoke and haze down from those wildfires into parts of the Northeast and down here into the DMV. But again, the good news is that the winds, they are light enough that we are not seeing an extremely high concentration of that smoke and haze, so it's just visible. It's not going to be any sort of problem as we move throughout the rest of the evening. And despite that hazy sky, otherwise, it's a beautiful day. We once again have had temperatures in the 80s. The humidity, it is not a factor. And as we go into the overnight hours, we will continue to hold on to these very comfortable conditions and rather clear skies. Now, how much longer can we keep this beautiful trend going? We'll have that answer coming up, and a look at your full forecast here in just a bit.
This just in at 4, the World Health Organization has declared Mpox a global health emergency.
And Mario, it comes as a new form of the virus spreads in Congo and a dozen other African countries. Now, according to the Africa CDC, more than 96% of all Mpox cases and deaths are in Congo so far. There have been more than 14,000 cases. 524 people have died. Africa has limited access to the vaccines, and earlier this week, their CDC called for international help to keep the virus from spreading.
Situation constitutes a public health emergency of international concern. The potential for further spread within Africa and beyond is very worrying.
Well, cases are up 160% and deaths are up 19% compared to the same period last year during the global 2022 Mpox outbreak that affected more than 70 countries. Fewer than 1% of people have died.
And new at 4, the former director of the D.C. Housing Authority is suing the agency and a D.C. council member. Brenda Donald resigned as director last year after facing harsh criticism over her performance and pay, including a more than $40,000 bonus awarded to her by the agency's board. Now, Donald claims she faced retaliation and hate messages after council member Robert White pressed her for answers about that bonus, questions she says she couldn't legally answer because of confidentiality clauses in her contract. She's now seeking damages from the city.
Well, now to an update. The union representing the majority of Metro workers have reached a tentative deal on a new contract with WMATA. Local 689 says that members will learn more details in the coming days, and after that, they'll vote whether or not to make it official. The union represents WMATA bus and rail employees along with thousands of other transit workers across the D.C. region. Well, the countdown to the new school year is officially underway.
Hard to believe, Mark. In Montgomery schools, officials there, they are considering enhancing their security protocols for students.
And DC News Now's Christian Pena joins us with more.
Safety is at the top of the agenda for Marcus Jones, who's the new head of security for MCPS. And while the details are not fully out yet, MCPS officials tell me he's working to make sure weapons don't enter classrooms. Increased security may be coming to Montgomery County Public High Schools, and for some, it can't come any sooner.
I think schools are not safe, period. I think that, honestly, anywhere you go nowadays, there's like some danger.
Current head of security, safety, and emergency management for MCPS, Marcus Jones, is considering implementing weapon detectors to its high schools. According to MCPS officials, the plans are fluid as the school system is in the initial phase of talking with vendors on what weapon detectors may look like.
I would probably consider just like a combination of increased awareness and education programs.
In a statement to DC News Now, MCPS says they're, quote, in an initial step in identifying potential solutions to strengthen our safety measures. The move comes after Montgomery County Police reports a student was arrested in October for bringing a gun to Walter Johnson High School. Action students in the area say are continuing to distract them from learning.
We should be able to be focused on our math, focus on how stupid our trigonometry test was, not what the quickest route out of the building is.
MCPS says they're currently exploring various options that may enhance classroom security. Yet one thing young adults would not like to see implemented are metal detectors.
It feels like an airport, and like school shouldn't exactly feel like an airport. I get like the thought process behind it, but also as a student, it's hard.
Marcus Jones is expected to present his new safety plan before the School Board of Education this upcoming Tuesday. So of course, make sure to stay with us as we continue to bring you the latest developments regarding school safety. In Bethesda, Maryland, I'm Christian Pena, DC News Now.
Christian, thank you. Well, today it marks the start of the Arlington County Fair. It runs through Sunday at Thomas Jefferson Community Center. It's free for everyone and includes carnival rides, live music, food eating contests, and more. You can stop by until 10 p.m. tonight. The hours, they vary depending on the day, so be sure to check our website, dcnewsnow.com, for the full schedule there. Are you a fair person, Mark?
It's been a while.
I'm there for the rides. The zipper, you know that one? That was mine as a kid.
I kind of do the cotton candy thing and some popcorn and watch everybody have a good time. I'm that guy now.
I enjoy that as well. So.
All right,